In this video, we are going to see how to bucket a set of sequence numbers. Hello, I'm Jagan. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in SQL with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. So before going in detail in the questions, let's see the data. So we have two columns. The first one is the minutes, the order has happened. The second one is number of orders or the order count. So this is basically a orders table. So this orders will give you in first minute how many orders we got, the second minute how many orders we got, the third minute how many orders we got, right? So it's the order as a sequence and how many orders we get. We are going to get a bucket of minutes, like every 6 minutes we take as a bucket. So this question is very famously known as the cricket problem, right? So if you know cricket, you have in 1 over you have 6 balls, right? So you just ignore the wides, no ball scenarios. This keeps as ideal situation. In ideal situation, in 1 over you have 6 balls. So consider that way. So every 6 ball, we have the runs on each ball is given on the right side. So we have to get this data group based on every over, and then you show first over how many runs, second over how many runs, right? So that's the question we are going to address here. So given a set of integers as minutes and number of orders received during that specific minute, the total number of rows will be the multiple of 6, okay, like the overs. Write a query to calculate the total orders within each interval. Each interval is defined as the combination of 6 minutes. Okay, so 1 to 6 minutes is first, and 7 to 12 is second, and we can just go on like that. So you just compare with the cricket overs. Okay, so this is the question we are going to discuss in this video. Let's create the table. Okay, now let's see how we can approach this question. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So how can we make it as a single bucket or single group? Okay, first we try the mod function. Okay, let's see how the mod function works. Select from orders. Okay, so we just say minute, right? Minute, and then say minute mod. Mod is basically it will divide it will divide the number and give the remainder. Okay, so that's the mod. So we are dividing the minutes by 6 and getting the remainder. And there is one more function which is called divide. Okay, we just normally use slash, right? So normally we just use minutes slash 6 is the normal division we use, but there is something called div instead of slash. Let's see what's the difference between that. So we can say it's a regular division. Okay, so we have the minutes and we have mod function, which is the percentage symbol, and then we say div function, which is an alternative for slash, and we have the default division slash function. Okay, let's see what it brings out. Okay, so if we see minute 1, the mod will give 1 divided by 6, the remainder is 1. And then if you see div by 6, it gives you the integer division, it won't give you the fraction. The normal division will give you the decimals, right? It's 0.1667, but when you say div, it's only the whole number. Okay, so based on this, what do you think you can do? If you see the mod function, and then if you see the div function, right? So for first 5 it is 0, and then becomes 6 becomes 1, and then 7 8 11 it's 1, and 12 it's 2. So when the number changes from 0 to 1, if you see the mod function, it's 0, right? So every 6 multiple of 6, 12, 0, right? The multiple of 6 is always 0, and then the div function changes the number. So we are going to use that logic and we are going to create our SQL. Okay. So we just say if the mod of 6, okay, mod of 6 equal to 0. Okay, 0 is the turning point, the final number for that bucket, right? If it's 0, then you just say minute divided by 6, which is going to give you 1. Okay, for others, right, for others you just say mod divided by 6 plus 1. Okay, this is going to be your interval. Let's see how this interval part works. We can take out this minutes for now. Okay, if you see this, for the first 6 the bucket is 1, the next 6 the bucket is, the interval number is 2, right? We combine both mod and then the div function and we derive this number to make a bucket. So if the mod is 0, then you just leave the division as such, but if the mod is not 0, then you add 1 to the div function, so it gives you the bucket. So we are going to use this and then we just do the aggregation. Sum of, which column is order count as total orders. Since we use aggregation, group by 1, since we have the bucket as 1, 2 and 3, better we have the order by. Okay, so 1 will give you the first column. So if you see this, the interval bucket is grouped based on the if condition 1 and 2. But this is kind of, we have to do mod and then we have to do or else you have to do plus 1. Okay, the solution is good, but is there a better way or easier way than this? Let's see. There is one more function we can introduce, which is the ceiling function. Okay, the ceiling and floor in the building, right? Ceiling is on top, floor is at the bottom. So let's see how that works. Minute, and then we say minute by 6 as normal division. We just say minute divided by 6 and then you find the ceiling of it, function ceil, and then floor as floor. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, if you see this, 1 divided by 6 is 0.16. So ceiling will get the upper whole number. So 0.16, the nearest upper whole number is 1. Right? And for 1.16, the upper whole number is 2. That's the reverse for floor. Floor will take the nearest lower whole number. Okay, so for 0.16, the nearest lower whole number is 0. 0.8, the nearest lowest whole number is 0. So ceiling will get the upper whole number, the floor will get the lower whole number. But when you see the floor function, For 6 it just changes like how we saw in the previous one, right? So we have to use the mod. If it's 0 then you add 1 or subtract 1 kind of thing, right? But if you see the ceiling, so anything 1 and above 0 it converts to 1. So anything 1 point and then below 2 its bucket as 2. So this is so easy to bucket based on the ceiling function. So instead of getting all the mod and other information, we can just use the ceiling function and then we just say sum of order count as total orders. This one we just said as interval, right? Interval number, and we are grouping because we are using aggregate function and we are just ordering it. So the same output but with a easier function. So basically what we are doing is, the basic concept is, first you bucket the sequence number and you basically group it. You can use Windows function, we can use any other function to make this work. Okay, hope this helps. Thank you.